Bey House is an idea that was born on a trip to Morocco. I stayed at this really beautifully restored riad. It was modernized, but still all the history about the property was preserved. This is when I realized, okay, I can do something like that in Veliko, Tarnovo. Bey House was designed as a luxury boutique hotel. Like, you get 5 stars, amenities. It is also a historic hotel, which makes it very unique place. Not only we covered all the requirements, we have many more.
We're creating something that's never been done before in this part of the world.
Мисля, че гостите на хотела ще оценят самия детайл. Скептично са настроени хора заради това, че са само 4 стаи. Нали, математиката не си я представя, че може да излезе изобщо. Това е така смяла постъпка и така се прави. 4-4, обаче като са перфектни.
В Велико Търново няма такъв обект с 5 звезди. Това е първият.
Bey House really is bigger than just this hotel and restaurant. It's a vision. It is the first of its kind here in Bulgaria.
Това е бижуто на Велико Търново, защото е направен с много любов, с много труд и с много старание.
What we are selling here, we're not only selling the Bey House, but we're also selling Bulgaria and Veliko Tarnovo. I pitched the idea to my sister. In the spring in May of 2018, she was thinking about it before me, and it was yeah, we've kind of been looking at properties also before you even said that.
Понеже живея под Царевец и имам поглед върху туристите, които минават всекидневно и посещават Царевец. Със всяка изминала година тълпите от хора почивните дни се увеличават всяка година. Когато той ми сподели за тази идея, викам идеално.
So right after my trip, she started sending me different properties. Everything actually happened pretty quickly. Now looking back at it, acquiring it, that took some time, but narrowing down the property, falling in love with it, that happened really quickly. Yeah, instantly almost. We bought Bey House and we wanted to bring the history out of the property. But unfortunately, very little was known for the property other than that it was owned by the last Bey of Veliko Tarnovo and the region here. The city records don't go past before the liberation from the Ottoman Empire.
Сградата беше в окаяно състояние, изоставена. Тук долу имаше 6 колони, бяха подпирали този таван нагоре. Тя се използвала преди като хотел. Тя беше хотелска сграда, само че с 7 стаи. И ресторантска част долу и ресторантска част вън.
The architect said there's no way we can fit more than 4 rooms. We had to knock down some walls because they were really tiny before. It was 7 rooms, but some of them were very tiny.
Желанието на новия собственик беше да се реконструира, като се намалят бройките на стаите, но за сметка на това се получи по-голям лукс. Това не беше нашата задача, същевременно проектиране на кухня, ресторантска кухня, която да отговаря на всички изисквания. Появи се желанието за турска баня, която се разположи под нивото на външната тераса.
Най-голямото предизвикателство беше да изкопаем двора, това новата част, която застроихме с ПА центъра, без да съборим доварите, без да направим някой трудова злополука или инцидент, защото копахме на 6 метра, 7 даже на места под нивото на пътя, в близост до каменни довари, които не бяха толкова укрепени и нямаха основи. Тук слагахме едни в ресторанта 700 кг гради на ръце. С работници, с скелета прибутвахме този целият таван отгоре с стаите. Беше подпрян на времето с дървени колони вертикални, които пречеха на цялата работа.
The natural thing for most hotels and properties here is to bring you back to the Middle Ages. So we wanted to do something different, to connect the old royal capital of Bulgaria to a more modern Bulgaria. That's when we decided, even though it's not historically accurate, designing Bey House from the period that actually Bey House existed, which is the late 19th and early 20th century.
We went from this idea of creating this boutique hotel, and it became this royal hotel. Mostly because the decoration. You look around and this has become a living museum.
So we said we have to make it special. We have to make the rooms unique and special because we only have 4 of them. So let's make them like royal chambers. So you go to this hotel and it's like you're staying in the royal palace, and not just the royal palace, but you're actually staying at the private royal chamber of the queen.
Здравейте. Приятно ме много. Борис, това е сестра ми Веселина. Ваше Величество. Това е приятно Борис, това е сестра ми Веселина. Това е нашия шеф Ивайло. Здравейте.
Of course, the guest feedback is the most important. When all the doubts disappeared is when the royal family came here. They were very impressed. They were not just being nice, because the feedback that we heard after the days and weeks after their visit, we learned that they were really impressed. They basically put their stamp of approval on our hotel. There are times where nothing's working, and I'm starting to think I could have just saved myself so much trouble. But there's other times the royal family of Bulgaria coming, and that was an unintended consequence that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. After yesterday, the great honor of having the royal family of Bulgaria so soon, actually they gave me the honor to cut the ribbon. That's basically that was my Bulgarian dream. So after achieving my American dream, that was my Bulgarian dream.
От 1 до 10 колко се притесняваш?
11.
Какво може да се обърка?
Всичко. Това е грешен отговор.
А ще се обърка ли нещо наистина?
Не. Всичко минава перфектно.
Едно, две, погледай към мен, всички.
Името. Това е важно. Твоята е на мама.
Да.
Чудесно. Чудесно. Мисля, каква идея. Гледай ми по нещо. Съвпава ми. Това е такава необикновена снимка. Интересно. Какви. Ама къде си ги събирали? Даже ние да допринесем с някой по-интересен екземпляр, ще ви изпратим.
It was very surreal. I haven't come back to reality from it, but a lot calmer today than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was very nervous. Yeah, it's very euphoric. That's probably what I would say the feeling is. I was hoping they will hear about it, and maybe once we get really popular, maybe they can come. I did not expect that they would actually open it from that so soon. So I'm forever grateful for that.
We're creating something that's never been done before in this part of the world, that has been done time and time again, in New York, in London, in Paris. So why not here? The market is here, it is growing.
Not only we covered all the requirements, we have many more. My favorite comment on the inspectors from the rating agency was, I see a lot of things that that are not required and nothing is missing. I knew that their requirements, but I went further and I pulled like requirements for Forbes travel guide. Very often like you go and you see everything is fine, but there's this one thing missing, not making the experience complete.
Много от мебелите, много от нещата са наистина на тая възраст, на която и тя е царици. Това са мини от любимите похвати, повече орнаментика, повече богатство. Имам натрупани много антиквариати, стари картини, рамки, такива предмети от тая епоха и такива мебели. И мисля, че това всъщност го прави интересно, защото може да се подменя постоянно и да се обогатява. Наистина като в галерия. Тая картина е тая година е тук, до година и няма, има друга. И тук смятам, че не трябва да е точно като в музей, нали, да има експонати и те никога да ни мърдат от там. Ами трябва да има постоянно движение. Ако се появи нещо интересно, да се заеме място. И това наистина за гости ще е много добре. Особено за хората, които идват втори, трети, четвърти и пети път. Ще намират нещо. Ще си имат любима стая, но ще забелязват всеки път. А те наистина го забелязват, когато нещо се е променило. Скептично са настроени хора заради това, че са само 4 стаи. Нали, математиката не си я представя, че може да излезе изобщо. Това е такава смяла постъпка и така се прави. 4-4, обаче като са перфектни.
So we went from branding it as a 5-star boutique hotel to branding it as a 5-star royal hotel that's still boutique, that you can come and learn about the history and culture of the Bulgarian royal family. You can learn about Veliko Tarnovo. You can learn so much just by walking into this building.
I think Veliko Tarnovo has immense potential. It has the history that can bring many more tourists. It could become world famous with the very unique design, the way the city was built with Tsarevets. I mean, every time there's a fog on Yantra River, it becomes like magical and mystical and really like a fairy tale place. And this is like so normal here, but it's very extraordinary.
The deeper objective, other than, of course, having an operating, functioning hotel, is to really teach the world where Bulgaria is, first of all, Americans, where Bulgaria is. Also, just Veliko Tarnovo. It is such a unique place. When I first came here, seeing it, I don't know if I want to drop this, but I played The Legend of Zelda. I shouldn't drop this, but it looks like something out of a fantasy novel or a fantasy movie. It is, there's castles on a hill, and then it is one of the most unique places I've ever been. And that's what I really want the world to know, and really I want to make this place famous because of that. Because it's made me happy coming here, and I've sort of, every time I've left, I felt good about being here.
I think my favorite place in Veliko Tarnovo is Tsarevets, the castle, this majestic castle. My image of Veliko Tarnovo is driving down like from Arbanasi, because this is like, as a child, every time I come from that like side, and it always makes me really excited coming at night when like Tsarevets is all lit up, and of course like the sound and light show.
Every time I come, it's so quiet and peaceful and serene, and it's a lot of work. But when I try to get my downtime, I try to, go by the river, just, enjoy the nature, walk around the old, streets, and I really love coming here, because you can go anywhere and find something new. There's a different corner of the city that is undiscovered. If I'm comparing it to Spain, I would say Sofia's Madrid and Veliko Tarnovo is Toledo. It has that ancient old world vibe, and it's the old royal capital, which a lot of people don't realize that there was another capital before Sofia here in Bulgaria.
What we are selling here, we're not only selling the Bey House, but we're also selling Bulgaria and Veliko Tarnovo. So we are selling everything first, like from Bulgaria, or maybe some things from the Balkan Peninsula, but also selling the Veliko Tarnovo as a region with the wine and all the produce in the restaurant. Everything is sourced locally.
Концепцията на Bey House не е да имаме от всичко по много. Менюто ни е компактно по простата причина, че работим само с свежи и местни продукти. Имаме съвсем малко салати, 5 салати на брой, като не изключваме автентичната шопска салата, която е етикет за България, но сме малко разчупили. Предлагаме също като моя рецепта и един овчарски пай. Работим само с речна риба и съответно любимата торта на царица Маргарита, която е в менюто ни с домашно наточени медени блатови. Също искаме да подчертая, че меда е също собствено производство на Bey House от пчелинът ни в село Арбанаси. Посещението на царското семейство беше наистина много вълнуващо. Предизвикателство за мен и за моите колеги. Атмосферата, тя не може да се опише. Затова приветствам всички да дойдат и да усетят атмосферата на царският хотел. Като приготвяне за неговото хранене, обядът и вечерята, аз се поразрових малко в неговото минало, как са посрещали традиционно българите неговият баща Борис. И така решихме да приготвим автентичното горнояковско гърне.
Our vision for the next year is to really solidify Bey House as a public place for the people of Veliko Tarnovo and a place for the world. It is an exclusive hotel for private, exclusive guests. However, we do want Bulgarians to come here and to learn about their history and to learn about just this wonderful culture that they have that seems to be forgotten from a lot of people.
So this project is going on 5 years right now. And at this point, I now realize that it's probably never going to be completely finished, but that's okay because we want to always make it better.
Ние и двамата сме си оставили тук душите и сърцата в този хотел. И това е семейен бизнес и даваме всичко от себе си, отношението към гостите, към персонала, към всички гледаме да е близо до перфектното. Това е бижуто на Велико Търново хотел, защото е направен с много любов, с много труд и с много старание. Най-вече гостите получават внимание и персонално отношение към тях, защото всеки човек е различен, има различни изисквания и различни очаквания и се стараем да удовлетворим всички техни желания.
For good or for bad, I finished whatever I've started. I had many doubts. I mean, most people, even like the closest people to me, they always think I'm crazy for doing this. But little by little, with like every success that I reach, every milestone I reach with Bey House, like their doubts are starting to disappear. I like proving people wrong.
Всеки, който мечтае и някой му казва, че не може да се осъществи мечтите, продължавайте да мечтайте. Браво!